Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm Kelly Thompson, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics.
Yes, she is. Yes, you are.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. Sorry, I said the. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that shadowy man from New Jersey. It is
Charlie, the Professor, sir.
And coming to you live from Florida, it is not Catwoman, but anyway, me, wow, it is.
It's Florida woman herself, Will Hellfire. Woo!
Florida woman.
She's
Does anything Florida can.
She's sober. I think it might be more dangerous. She has her wits about her. That's right.
Sober as a judge, but I don't know any judges that are sober, so.
Whoa! Well, yeah, you live in Florida.
Exactly.
Alright, kids. So, yes, DC FanDome was last weekend, you know.
Yay, fans in a dome.
Bunch of
And they fought to the death.
Bunch
That's what I assume it is. I think it's like Thunderdome. But
when DC fans get together, yes, that is exactly what it was, Charlie.
Welcome to the Thunder FanDome! Nerd!
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they got a bunch of trailers, news. I mean, they put out the trailer for those first 5 episodes of The Flash, Lilith, Armageddon. I will call it Armageddon 2021. Anyway, yes, they dropped the first full trailer for The Batman, because the first one was like a teaser or whatever, so.
Something. We got a lot more, though, so that's good.
So what?
More sweet, delicious penguin.
That is Richard Kind and not Colin Farrell. I don't care what anybody says.
I know, so they did a good job on that makeup or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean.
Either that or it's not even prosthetics and Colin Farrell is just aging like milk. Spoiled milk.
Well, you know, he could have put on weight for the role. He could have done a whole.
Have we seen Colin Farrell out and about? I don't think he's been spotted. I'm just saying.
I know. I mean, I think the scars are added in.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, that's makeup. But, you know, I am really impressed by Colin Farrell's work. I'm going to say this right now. I was not expecting him to be that good of an actor playing this mob stereotype character. And it was really lovely to see it. I believed he was a penguin. He's no, who played Penguin in Gotham?
Robin Lord
Taylor.
Yeah, he's no Robin Lord Taylor. I'm not going to raise him to that level. That is, of course, the ultimate penguin. But for a penguin from Gotham, from the suicide slums, he was a pretty good penguin. Yes. Could have used a fish Mooney, but aside from that, you know.
Well, I mean, honestly, they kind of did the cross thing with having Zoe Kravitz play Catwoman.
Well, you know, it's a reference. You know, it's a
reference to Eartha Kitt and Halle Berry, for better or for worse.
Well, you know, Eartha Kitt was an amazing Catwoman,
undoubtedly, and she definitely said she was channeling some of that in the best way possible. So
yeah, and you know, I totally get that, and I think, you know, there's a lot of ways you can do homages to Catwoman, but anytime you can get any of that Eartha Kitt on you, that's what you want. Her name is even Eartha Kitt. Who else could play Catwoman? Think about it for a minute.
No.
So That's good. And she's got, the black leather and little boots, and that's nice.
It looks a lot more grounded for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, although Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman catsuit is like probably the most iconic.
Yeah, well, I think that there's a lot of homages to that too. The way she jumps off the building, some of the lines between her and Bruce.
They're not going to vacuum seal Zoe Kravitz, are they?
Well,
they don't have to.
No.
She's like this big around. I think she's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of. I was going to say that's just movies, man. If you're a woman and you're in a movie,
although
you will be vacuum sealed.
Angelica Houston with the Morticia dress and all that.
Oh yeah.
So
I think you said it was the point to being painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she
suffers for her art. True icon.
Yeah, but so here's the biggest question. The biggest question is this low-key a sequel to Joker? Because there are these people that are out there who say, gee, it's interesting that there is already these Joker gangs in this world, Maybe
I took that as a Batman Beyond reference.
Yeah, they could just be juggalos. But, juggalos tend to always have a black and white aesthetic. Whereas these clearly had more traditional clown makeup.
They weren't carrying any Faygo.
This is more John Wayne Gacy clown than Shaggy Two-Dope clown. No one likes John Wayne Gacy, Tristan. But he...
That's not true. There's a lid for every pot.
Okay. Well, then so it's a little bit more Captain Spaulding, if you will, to give us our little Rob Zombie reference there.
There we go.
Oh, my.
Nobody likes that.
But no, the Zoe...
Oh, I love Captain Spaulding. He's fantastic.
What's the Zoe Kravitz thing? Are they going to, wait till the end to, give her a mask? Because, every shot, I know these actors and everyone love their face shown, but is she going to be maskless the whole movie?
No.
She's
got a little, a sack she wears over her head. I can't remember if I saw it was one of the toys or something, but yeah, she's got a little gimp hood.
You hit him right in the face with that sack. It's nice and homey because it's cable knit,
Yeah, but it works for it. I mean, that's
Scarecrow steals it from her. That's the plot twist.
Yeah. Well, no, see, because this is my crazed fan theory.
Which one?
This is one of my crazed fan theories about this. When Batman goes to interrogate that person, who we don't see their face, of course, but he has been trying to reach Batman about his car warranty. Which is, I'm sorry, who in the world, when someone says, I've been trying to reach you, doesn't immediately think about your car's warranty? In this day and age, how do you give anyone that line without immediately thinking that, the warranty on the Batmobile is about to expire? I'm from dealer services. And no, I actually think that is going to be the crazy reveal of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Because you see, you even look at the stripy outfit they have him in. It's very clown-like. I think the aesthetic it fits Joaquin Phoenix a lot more than the Riddler. They're doing a lot of crazy stuff with the Riddler in this one too, making him all crazy for some reason.
They're trying to make him dangerous. What, like a serial killer or something?
Yeah,
it's Calendar Man was right there, homie.
There's so
you even
many
got him in Suicide Squad. Come on, just pull the trigger on a Calendar Man, please. Ventriloquist, please. Anything, please.
I know.
Stop doing the joke.
Ventriloquist and Scarface, yes.
Well, but that's the thing. That's really the thing. Yeah, they're grafting this serial killer identity onto a character that isn't known for that. Now, maybe there are versions where, yes, Edward Nygma is a stone cold killer and a psychopathic murderer and all that kind of stuff. Maybe there is those stories out there. I know I haven't read them. I haven't read a lot of stories. But then again, I think most people who are going to this probably haven't read a lot of stories. And if, you're coming to this looking for John Astin, or I didn't mean John Astin. I actually meant Frank Gorshin, or
Jim Carrey,
one of the other. Yes, or the guy who played him in Gotham, who was also a quintessential Riddler.
Corey. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you get this guy who's like, oh, I'm going to wear a gimp mask and murder people. People are going to be a little disappointed.
Again, Calendar Man's right there.
Well, exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's not like if you want a serial killer villain.
There are a dime a dozen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, especially
exactly.
Batman. Cornelius Stirk, there's a ton of them, but I think they want, like, the name brand recognition of the Riddler, though.
Unfortunately, no matter what they have to do to twist it.
And they want people to be like, oh, the Riddler's such a they don't want people to think of Riddler as a joker or something. I don't know. But why do they all have to be killers? Why can't it just be Riddler trying the best Batman intellectually? It's like, come on.
Yeah. Because they're trying to cater to they're DC fans. They're catering to the lowest denominator. We need murder, mayhem.
Oh, the edgelord.
As a DC fan, I can say that.
Edgelord.
Yeah. I don't know.
As the lowest common denominator. I live in Florida. I can say that.
All that said, it does look exciting. I guess we're getting some kind of a Court of Owls thing, which again, serial killers, Court of Owls, it's right there.
It better not be Azrael. I'll make a trip.
No, it's going to be Damian Wayne. That's the real big reveal at the end.
Oh, God.
I have a son? I just started this. How did that even happen?
Is it just me?
Well, Rapey Raperson. So.
Oh, yeah. But I just mean she Cosby'd him. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know if it's just me, but Rob Pattinson just looks so young to me. That's the only problem I have with it so far.
He's 35, bro.
I know, but he looks like he's like 20. It's just
no. You have the Twilight stigma eyes. That's all. That no shade. He doesn't look 25 to me.
Here's what I'll say.
I date 25-year-olds. I know what they look like.
I don't like him without the mask with the eye makeup on.
It's very Arrow. Yes, it's giving me very much grease paint.
Well,
very much My Chemical Romance. Although, Twilight emo girls, they know their audience.
Nobody can know my secret.
It seems very, very crowish, and it's like, and I don't mean Crow T Robot. It strikes me as just something that is very, very, like, it makes him look much more sunken than he needs to be.
He is British.
Emo.
I don't think that in and of itself was a good look. But aside from that, I think he looks fine in the costume.
Oh.
I think his voice is good for it. I am vengeance. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think he go full bail. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he pulls.
Never go full bail.
No, I think he does a nice. He does a nice Pattinson. It's
good for you.
It's just where are all the names going today? It's just Michael Keaton-y enough, because that's what you want. Michael Keaton, that's the voice you want,
See the Flash whenever that movie decides to come out.
Yeah.
They've only been teasing that for 8 years? Come on.
10 years?
We got more of it. We got we got the two people getting out of the car. I don't know. Do we want to talk about that at all, or?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, we got the two people getting out of the car. What do you think that's TV Flash and movie Flash getting out of that car?
They're not going to.
Because we know they met, and there's this other, so you can go anywhere, at any time, in any universe.
Lilith, is there any way?
They want to keep that out of the Bat-Pat verse. They're doing something really, quote unquote, special with the Bat-Pat verse. It's, wholly away, decidedly away from everything else.
Now that's what they say until Black Adam drops. So,
we'll see how that movie does. I think a lot of people have rock fatigue too, so not a good thing. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know too many people that are hyped for that movie.
What's this I hear about Hawkman and Dr. Fate though?
Well, yeah, Dr. Fate is in it, and Pierce Brosnan, James Bond, one of the many James Bonds.
James Bond, my generation's James Bond. Sorry, Craig.
It's okay. There's no hard feeling. Craig had the best swan song. He had the best final movie. He actually had a final movie, which no other Bond ever really
Exactly. Did. Yeah, Shonner's just chewing on his pipe right now about that.
Yeah. Well, these days, they give everyone an ending, man. Back in the day, they're just like, just replace him.
Yeah.
Nobody will know.
He's an old man. He's 35. Replace him.
But no, it's. I mean, that looks good, and we've got we got The Rock, and The Rock comes to play. The Rock knows how to do a character and be a character in a movie. So
I think it would be smart for them to keep it wholly unto itself, because I think the audience that wants to go see The Rock won't necessarily mesh well with the people that are showing up to come see Bat-Pat.
Just you don't integrate them right away, but you can play with it. You can play with it. That's all I'm saying. Here's what I'm going to say. Nobody wants to just see Batman movies.
I do.
Get out! Get out right now!
Excuse me, Phil and I co-host a show called We Are the Knights.
But half the fun of Batman is him
interacting because the Batman the animated series did really well by itself.
I love
really
Batman.
Well. Every single Batman cartoon, even, Beware the Batman, did pretty dang good by itself without needing any guest stars. Just saying.
Okay.
His books, there's World's Finest, but come on, Detective Comics.
I love Batman.
Comics for nothing.
Anything's possible, but getting back to the Batman, I do think that could be Joker. I don't like what they're doing with Nigma, or who we assume is Edward Nigma, because we don't know that it's Edward Nigma or Edward.
It could just be the Riddler. The Riddler could be a Mantle for all we know, because they love that.
Yeah, because it's
God,
and that's when we find out that
it's his daughter. Punchline.
Pat isn't even that not Matt Pat, but Pattinson, Bat-Pat isn't even the first Batman, and that's where we find out that his dad was also a Batman in a previous.
Everybody wants Kristen Stewart to be the Joker, and I'm just like, stop it. Stop it. Twilight fans, stop it.
They just want him to punch her in the face.
They're bitter enemies. Leave them be.
They just want him to punch her in the face, don't they?
They really do. Although she does do action. Really just all worse. For Charlie's Angels, that last reboot, she was pretty charming in it. One of the best things about the movie. So, that I can say that about Kristen Stewart.
Fair enough.
Oh, no. It's not Joker. What if they made her punchline?
You shut your filthy mouth.
I was waiting for Charlie to say that.
But no, I think they do. I think that the Bat-Pat universe is very much, they're trying to rekindle that Nolan trilogy, which is why that's my thinking of everything that I've heard, everything that I've seen.
Yeah, but the problem with that,
which is the most successful Batman they've ever had. So
true. But it also, here's the thing: it's great when you can have a really successful Batman, but you have all these other characters that you need to make successful too.
Yeah, and they can stay over in the Snyderverse.
Well,
they're doing Wonder Woman 3. They're doing. They're doing
Wonder Woman 3. I'm so happy about that.
Hopefully, Patty gets to do what she wants, and they make it up to her. That's all I can say.
I hope so, because
when she gets to taste that sweet Star Wars money, I don't know.
Yeah, I would really like a really good Wonder Woman film.
Well, they said they're going to pay off that Linda Carter thing, so.
Yeah, well, that's
kind of happy. As much as I love her, she's getting up there in age.
Yeah, look, I love Linda Carter as much as any person in the world. I think she is awesome and one of the greatest Wonder Women that we've ever had. And I will say that she was probably one of the best Wonder Women ever. I think she really captured both the ideal of feminine power and also, what was it, Marston? Or Masterson? I forget the guy's name. The guy who created it with his two wives. What he was trying to...
I'll leave it alone, but yeah.
No, I know who the guy was, but he also...
They're unicorn. Don't sugarcoat it. They're unicorn. They groomed her.
Hey, they
groomed her.
Probably, but I guess you can look at it in a negative way, but everyone in the family seems to think it was totally normal.
Charlie's like, free love.
I don't know, man. They all stuck together, so you got to give them that.
Hey,
that's the thing. It's like you can judge a relationship.
No judgment, just saying.
Yeah, they found a way to make it work. And, man, it was the 40s. There was all kinds of crazy, mind-expanding philosophies going around.
all that legal
Crazy
cocaine. To quote the most recent episode of Family Guy.
Coca-Cola.
Hey, everyone loves cocaine, so
There's a drop
I'm gonna need that for drops.
Future me. Drop. Cut that out right now.
yeah,
Write it down.
But it looks good. That's my whole thing. That it looks good. I like the aesthetic. It's very gothic-esque, if you will. So Matt Reeves tends to kind of, he doesn't really have a vision, but I feel like he has a vision in this movie. So that's nice to see.
Well, that's good. And here's one thing that kind of freaks me. It makes me. When we see Batman underground with the road flare on his head, and he's like, is it stuck to his head? And
put one in each ear.
It's just weird looking in general. But he's leading the people out, and there's like, oh, he's leading cops out of the sewers again, or it's, oh no, these are just the homeless people that were living under there, and he's guiding them out because the tunnels are flooding because someone's flooding the tunnels at Wayne Station or something like that. Because that's one of the theories, that there's this whole big corruption for the Wayne family. The Waynes were.
Of course, that's where the Court of Owls come in. I don't want to see the Waynes be angelic because there's a lot of stories, and pretty much it's canon now. They weren't really up to that much good.
Or some of their ancestors, Dr. Hurt.
Yeah.
They were billionaires. You don't get to be a billionaire without selling a few orphans, Lilith. I've told you that before. It's not
even it's the eating them. You can sell them, fine, just don't eat them.
Yeah, well, but
Human shields, remember?
No. Well, what are you selling them for? It's,
Human shield.
Exactly.
Anyway. Oh, by the way, just out of curiosity, did anyone read this Robin's One thing?
No, not yet. I know it's on DC Universe Infinite, but yeah, it's coming out.
Finite. It's DC Finite.
Okay.
Well, I know. It's coming out.
There's like the first Robin thing that they have. I don't know. I read one article on it. I read it halfway through. There's a picture of a lady at the end.
I haven't read it yet. I know it's
Okay.
it's on the app. It's coming out in print soon. There's a couple Robin things coming out because there's that, and then there's a one with Dick Grayson's first year as Robin and stuff. Yeah, there's a few things.
He finally gets to tell his side.
Yeah, but they're kind of implying that Dick Grayson wasn't the first Robin, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but sure, why not? It's DC.
You watch your step, DC. I'm telling you right now. Don't make me come down there.
No, don't make Kristen come down there.
Oh, I know.
Midnight Mink all over again. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, don't make me unleash my forces on you, DC.
Diggity dank.
I'm always down for a DC riot, bro.
Oh yeah.
Burn.
Yeah.
Burn.
Don't make bring our social media.
Anyway.
Let's get to the comic books.
Oh,
okay.
I think it would be good, but I can't think any more about it. Because for all I know, it's going to get delayed again.
What?
Yeah, that's a real possibility.
Shout out to Marvel for striking fear into the hearts of all fans.
They're working through stuff. Because, that's the thing. We also got to figure out what they're doing with this whole Spider-Man thing. So they got a lot of wheels in motion that they got to figure out where they're moving everything. And what they
that's the
may or
problem
may
when
not
you
have
become
at that point.
The needle for the market, though. It makes a lot of things stop.
Yeah.
Which makes people resentful.
Lilith, I'm taking all my bat books out of the pile for tomorrow. Only 6.
That's still 5 too many. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
Okay. Let me do my indie for the week.
Oh, I got 2 in these. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Orville
Lilith.
Artifacts 1 of 2. Because that's how we're getting our Orvilles in 2 shots now. I'm going to tell you this right now. This actually was one of these moments that kind of bring. It's like one of these moments where you go, "Oh man!" And it's like it's Japhet carrying flowers at the very start, and I'm like, "Oh, Japhet forever." I'm gonna miss him. We have the old professor from the academy here, who the captain, of course, remembers, and the helmsman is not being remembered, which frustrates him. But we also find out as we go through this, he is looking for the lost fleet of some alien, this alien conquering race that ruled a good portion of the galaxy, but then was destroyed, and no one knows what happened to them. But then they started learning about, there was this legend that they had like this fleet of super ships that when the rebellion occurred, they hid them away so that they could come back and reconquer everything later, but then all was lost. We find out that, of course, the professor has this cool little friend, this little green lady we see on the cover.
So did Chatter.
Little chicken lady. And then it turns out that basically the professor traded a replicator to her parents to basically buy her. It's kind of disturbing, and you get the idea that this guy is actually kind of mentally unstable, because what it is that there is this quaternary star system where there's these 4 stars that rotate each other, of course, so it has all the electromagnetic and gravimetric fields that makes it impossible to navigate, and they realize that's where these ships are going. When they're trying to get through there, they realize the reason why it's never been explored is because you literally can't enter it. They're having all these hull breaches as they go through, and they say, okay, we're going to have to turn back, and the guy, of course, says no, and pushes the button that makes him go further to smash through the barrier. 3 people actually died because of this man's hubris.
Smash it! Small price to pay.
Oh, well, it's like 3 men. That's nothing.
Well, it's still, they had human lives. They get the auxiliary power on with the help of Yaphet. Aww. And they do find that, yes, once they get through the barrier and they're on the other side of the electromagnetic gravimetric forces, that is where the lost fleet was. But they also have to fix the ship because they're stuck in the middle of nowhere with no real things, and they're hoping maybe one of these ships will have the proper raw materials to fix their ship. And that's what we're going to find out about in 1 month, ladies and gentlemen. So,
what's the deal with Orville? Is it like on Hulu? Is it on Fox? Is it canceled?
It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. It's coming back in January. January 13th is when it returns.
What season is it on?
I think it's season 13.
3.
Season 3. My mistake.
Really? Season 3? That's it?
Why did I say 13? I meant 3.
Well, I think they took a long break. They did
on the 13th.
They did like the first 2 on Fox, and then I think they've had a long break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because wasn't
they have to at least be on 5 by now?
No, because
right?
I think wasn't season 2 before COVID, and then they just like haven't done anything since then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was one of these situations where they had like those broken up seasons, where like the first season is broken up into 2 parts, and the second season was broken up into 2 parts, and
then they were trying to work a deal with Seth MacFarlane. Is he coming back?
As far as I know, he's going to be there at least a little bit, but we'll see.
Now, I think the Family Guy and American Dad people have him held hostage. You're not going to see him.
Oh, just give the ship the what's her face, man. I would love to just have her.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I would love to just have her say, "I am the captain now."
Well, that's what he suggested is, making Mockingbird the captain.
Oh, so I know one of your indies, it should be Gunslinger Spawn #1. What's the other one, Philip?
King Spawn.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, really? So you did get Gunslinger #1?
I did. I haven't read King Spawn yet. I like Gunslinger. Yeah, I'm a sucker for westerns and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like Gunslinger.
It's like stories through time. So I was like, yeah, I'll do this one. I'll read this one tonight.
I knew you would get it, but I was like, yeah, my guy was saying, I guess there's like some of those southern states, or I think he said down south, some of those states like didn't get like Gunslinger. So I don't know where there's a problem with the shipment or something. And I guess
probably
they even asked some of those guys. They're like, "Oh yeah, hey, can you wait a week before putting the book out?" I'm like, "No, I got the book. I got a small business." Because he called all the stores around them, and they're like, "Yeah, we all got it all. We're gonna put it on the shelf." So my guy's like, if everyone else,
yeah, my guy got it, but I don't know. My guy, like I say, I don't know how he knows the people he knows. I don't know what kind of blackmail he has on all these writers, but they be showing up to the store like middle of like February when nothing's going on. So I don't know.
Oh damn!
I never go without my books.
Yeah, but no, I liked Gunslinger #1. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get into this.
Because I had my doubts. I was like, I don't know. I'm like, is this going to hold my interest? But I mean, the first one.
It's fun. Spawn is actually fun again. Like, and then you don't have to, like, you're not really caught up in, like, the canon and the lore and stuff. Like, this is just, like, pure, like, fun. And
it's like a man out of time, but it's, like, even worse than, like, Captain America. Because, yeah, this is a guy from, like, the 1800s.
Yeah. I love a good Jonah Hex. So.
Oh, yeah. And I love the details, like he doesn't know how to read.
Yeah. Put your X here. What in tarnation?
Or how do I make this machine go? You know. Gas, what's that?
Talk about a rootin' tootin' good time.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I don't know. I like it. It feels like everybody involved was actually having fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of things that are missing from, like, these ongoing titles. Everything just feels like just to get through it, to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like I said, I wasn't sure. I was up in the air about it. But yeah, no, Gunslinger Spawn #1, I really liked it.
I can't wait for the toys.
Oh, even McFarlane ones? I thought you said those weren't.
Well, I said, just as long as you don't take them out of the box, you will not be disappointed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look great in a box. Don't play with them.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Shut up, Twinsy.
He's evil Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa.
Love the Dutch angles on you, Phil.
Thank you.
Did anyone pick up Suicide Squad this week?
No, but you can tell us about it.
No, I did not pick it up because apparently Ambush Bug is in it now, and I knew they were bringing Ambush Bug into it, but I never knew what issue he was coming into it, and apparently he's in it now, and they were sold out when I got there. So.
Oh, no, I was gonna say no. If I would have got it and he would have been in it, I would have told you so.
Yeah,
because that was and it could be that sometimes I don't read the articles very carefully. It could be that no, it's next week that it comes out and that kind of thing. But I love me my Ambush Bug, man. Put Ambush Bug in a book, I'm going to buy it. But you have to tell me what book he's in. That's just my thing, I don't know everything. Anyway.
All right, Gunslinger was yours, Lilith. All right, King Spawn.
Yes, tell me about King Spawn to make me want to read it.
Yes, well, I mean, it's just a good throwback stuff because in the beginning, him and Terry are working together, trying to track down and piece all this stuff together, and then he faces, rocking all his evil undead powers, Billy Kincaid.
Shut the front door. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting them, collecting them, obviously, because they're going to be, at least the first 12 are going to be worth money.
Yeah. No, no. Trust me, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with King Spawn 3.
Okay, it doesn't feel like a cash grab?
No.
Because, it's part of the Spawn universe.
Especially if you like that early Spawn stuff. Yeah, no, you're going to like it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what they build it as, so I didn't know.
Yeah. The first 12 will be worth something. Can you say that about every comic?
No, that's not true. Usually interest will drop off around issue 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, I haven't looked at
Spawn books tend to actually hold their value.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because the artwork is always on point.
Yeah.
So.
Is this one still selling good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yay. All right. Charles Esser, what's your next book?
Oh, my next book. Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, you know what book I really enjoyed this week was...
All of them.
Well, was Phoenix Song #1. It's
really?
A mutant book, and I read it, and I enjoyed it.
I did not pick that up. I was just like, okay. Tell us about it. I'm shocked that you picked that book up. What made you pick that book up?
Because it's got all the Avengers on the cover.
You fell for the cover trick. Okay.
Well, but I actually enjoyed the Echo Phoenix story, in the whole Phoenix fight thing, which was cool, and it has a very interesting take. Although, man, I gotta wonder because essentially it's her opening up, "I am Phoenix," and setting a building on fire in Hell's Kitchen. And, because there was a jewelry store robbery underneath, and as the people were robbing it, in walks Echo with the Phoenix Force, and is immediately setting everyone on fire. You think Johnny Storm has a problem right now with setting things on fire.
Talk about pyromancing. Hey-oh.
Yeah. By the way, this is one of my least favorite things. You see it all the time in comic books, when they have the bullet come out looking like a bullet still in its casing.
Without the impact, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like that's not what bullets look like. Like that's
because they don't really know how guns work, babe.
You should learn. You're an artist. You know, that's why freaking Leonardo da Vinci went to all those autopsies.
True.
So he could learn.
Well, that and other things. You know, he's a left-handed weirdo.
Well, you know, but that's the thing. If you're going to draw something, you should know what it looks like.
And Google is free now. I'm sure you can find that on Google.
I know, and that's you know what it is, and I know what it is what it is, which is that, you know what, people
Popeye
are not going to know what it is if you don't draw it like what it is. And it's sort of one of those things where it's like,
lowest common denominator, yes.
You know, well, but see, that's the thing. That is why, you know, certain kind of bad artistic stereotypes kept on getting repeated because people felt if you don't do it that way, people won't know what you're doing. And it's like, I think they'll figure it out, dude, really. You don't have to do that anymore. But anyway, so she's, you know, and it's Echo. She's having problems with the Phoenix Force, as you do. And of course, because she's in Hell's Kitchen, who's going to show up to face her?
Elektra.
Yeah, no, not Elektra. What's her name?
Daredevil.
Daredevil shows up.
Lady Daredevil.
And here's what I love about this is just the fact that, you know, Echo has the Phoenix Force. Nobody respects that. Everyone. It's like, yeah, I could still take her.
They're like, go take a nap in a pod.
Yeah. It's like, really, it's like, okay, you know.
Well, it's like symbiotes. Everyone's had it lately, you know.
Literally everybody's had it by now.
Yeah, but
it's like an STD at the X Mansion.
But she's like, you know, this will be a great time for us to fight. No Skrull imposter this time. And I guess maybe when last time Echo and Elektra fought, it was the Skrull Elektra, and that's how Echo beat her.
Oh, I think that's when they discovered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the times early on when they discovered it. Started about the invasion. Yeah.
But basically, you know, Echo realizes, I will melt this poor woman if we fight, so let me leave. And she goes to the moon, as you do. And this is another one of these things that it doesn't make sense to me, except I can imagine the word bubbles showing up in this, and the holographic word bubbles. Is how do you read lips from someone without lips? Because it's the little brood guy.
No comment.
And he's got no lips, but Echo's just like, yeah, okay, cool, sounds great. It's like, that's not how reading lips works, you know?
I mean, unless the Phoenix Force is doing something so she can...
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't the Phoenix Force be like, okay, yeah, now you just know what everyone's saying. You can see in 360, and so even if someone's back is to you, you can now see it. It's like, you know, it's weird, it doesn't make sense, but it's okay. It's a comic book.
Mustard gas.
Only we could make it with hydrogen molecules. Small enough. But, she gets told by Brew to go to this place that has the Phoenix signature, and there's Forge, and he's like, yeah, you really don't know what you're dealing with. And of course, she even makes a point, is he mansplaining the Phoenix to me? And is basically saying, you don't know, you have to understand this is a danger to yourself and others. We need to deal with it. And she's like, I will not be talked down to, yada, yada, yada. And then he shoots her with his ray gun and locks her in the cage.
Cool girl.
And he's like, you know, Xavier didn't want to do it, but someone had to make the choice. And then, of course, she immediately escapes. And
as you do.
As you do. And, you know, she's like, you know, I would melt you, but that would just make you look like you were right. So...
Who is she? A little help?
But the fact that that's why you're not melting me is because it would make me look like I'm right kind of means I'm right. That just generally speaking, you would have melted me if I hadn't condescended to you. So
spite is a hell of a drug, okay?
That's a bad thing, Echo. But she realizes she's got to get her head straight. She goes back to the reservation that's not a reservation, just like some land where all the people that don't have a tribe anymore are at the One Nation thing. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know enough about the culture, so we're just going to leave it at that. This is where she went, and there was the old guy there who helped her sort of figure out stuff when after her dad died. She meets up with the guy's quote-unquote grandson, and you find out he tells her to come at precisely 6 o'clock. She shows up at 5:30, and of course his security system smacks her back. Says, I told you to come at 6. I haven't turned off the security system yet. She's like, why do you need this kind of security system? He's like, well, and his superpower is he can help you walk through your ancestral line. So you can walk through all of the lives of your ancestors to learn their wisdom. And that's pretty cool. But as it turns out, there's a bad guy, because there's always a bad guy. And here's all of Echo's maternal line, because it's from her mother's line, the Lopez line. And there's someone who is trying to destroy her line, because this is the thing: if he can destroy her in the past, she will never have the Phoenix power because her line will have been destroyed already. Bum, bum, bum. And that's our big bad in our story. He's a shadow monster guy, because you know how those are. And so I'm going to actually pick up Phoenix Song number 2. I thought it was just going to be a one shot, but I really liked what they had to give me. So,
gimme.
Thank you kindly,
Lilith.
It is spooky, scary skeleton season still, so I am going to talk about Grim Tales of Terror Quarterly. I will warn you, this is a $9 book. It is 72 pages, 3 stories. If you like, it's not just gory, but it's also scary. And I think a lot of time, horror comics specifically, they focus on the gore and not the actual psychological aspect of making you scared. And I think that, Zenscope, all their like grim tales get that essence of what it means to be like scared. And yeah, I like what Grim Tales does with their Halloween specials.
So what is it? Grim Tales of Terror Quarterly?
Quarterly, I think it's number 3.
Okay.
No, 2021. Quarterly 2021.
Okay. 2021 isn't a quarter.
I know. Don't ask Grim. They don't know. They're good with stories, not with numbers.
All right, Lilith, did you read Flash 775?
I did.
Oh! What, you didn't like it?
I'm not feeling it. It's like they're trying to make it up to Wally fans, but they're doing it in the worst way possible.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it, because I mean, you know, this alien weapon lands on Earth. No one can move it. It's driving everyone.
It's like a Barry from the 50 stories. That's all that I'm saying.
I don't know about that, but you know, and you know, this guy's like, well, why aren't you going angry like everyone else? And Wally's just like, I don't do that these days. I'm more like living.
I would have been like racist. Is it because I'm a redhead?
Oh,
if you know, you know.
What are you saying? Are you saying what about when he faced all the villains?
That was okay, but I'm still bitter. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a bitter Betty about the whole Wally situation. And as much as I love Wally, I want Barry back.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my, you traitor.
I love Wally, but if this is all they're gonna give me is hijinks and no like interpersonal drama, like they're just not interested in like making Wally well-rounded like they used to.
I don't know if maybe they're just being cautious because they know they effed up, so now they're just like, it's not
it's fan pandering to the max, and I like to be pandered just as much as the next fan, but it's a little too much at this point.
Especially after that last miniseries, it's just like, no, let's keep it.
But yeah, I'm glad that he's leading the book. I just hope that they decide to actually like make him a character and not just punch him up. Like that's just not what the Flash is. Even Wally back in the day, he still, once he got his footing, he cared.
Yeah. Yeah, did you read the last one? Because, I mean, was that the last one? He didn't even put on the suit. It was just him and his daughter taking down this...
Yeah, those are the stories that I like. That should have been this issue, you know? I think that's what fans really want when it comes to a Flash story, no matter who's in the suit, whether it's Jay, Barry, Wally, Bart, whoever, you know?
I think,
that's what makes the Flash different out of all the DC heroes. He actually cares, takes time to talk to his rogues, things like that. And they need to get back to that.
I think they were just trying to go big with 775 with that big villain scene.
You can tell a big family story. Everybody loves the Flash family. They're the most interesting family. There, I said it. Sorry, Bat Fam.
And of course, it's like, you know, when Starbreaker shows up to grab that alien weapon, he gets possessed. Who does he get possessed by, Charlie Esser? Who's on TV right now?
He don't know.
He's watching Stargirl.
He barely gets Channel 11. He don't know.
Yeah, Calypso.
Okay, no, I get Channel 11 and great. I actually watched all of the last Stargirl.
Oh, yeah, okay, good.
I just forgot to tweet because it was such an engaging story.
I know
I tweeted at the very end. Like,
I know
wow, I forgot to tweet.
I know he's watching Stargirl, so yeah, Calypso, takes over this guy, yeah.
Why is Mr. Sinister in that book, though?
Oh! I know. I'm having flashbacks to when we covered that terrible Calypso story. Remember?
No, which one we did that whole event.
Yeah, we did the whole thing. That's why I have trauma, Philip.
I'm just wondering what's going to be next issue, because when Dr. Fate pulls him through that portal at the end, it just says next, the craziest, most meta and wild issue of the Flash.
We're setting up the movie, boys.
Oh no, no. Okay, run in the Grant, not Ezra. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, fun thought about the Flash trailer thing we got. I don't think that's the Batmobile when he pulls the thing off. I think that's the treadmill. Just putting it out there. That's what's under the tarp.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
That's why we love him.
Do you think there's a chance of a Grant cameo in this? Because I don't think they're putting Grant in this movie just because
there's no way he would steal the show from Ezra.
Yeah,
everybody already wanted him to be the Flash, and Ezra has a bad reputation in the DC fan community.
I don't think they wanted to compare Grant and Ezra. You know, they were lucky.
But they already did. That's the
for
point.
2 seconds.
He can't even sing.
He's from the non-singing verse. There's no singing in the Snyder verse, Lilith.
Exactly my point. No joy to be had whatsoever.
Exactly.
What the F is music?
Oh, God. I just want that mess to be over with. So, Phil, what else you got on the agenda? I think it's back to Charlie.
Yeah, it's back to Charlie. Go ahead, Charlie.
Oh, back to Charlie again? Okay. Well, speaking of spooky, scary skeletons, I guess we'll talk Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't know if you wanted to save that for Super, but I
I only got a few books this week, so here's my choices. I got 3 books left. Well, 4 books, including Death of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, y'all can save that.
She's like, save that Doctor Strange.
I got United States of Captains America.
Yep.
And they do make a point about the proper grammatical structure.
I know Lilith was still going to say, save that.
Throg.
Yeah.
Earth's Mightiest Hero. And then, of course, Spooky Scary Skeletons with our good friend, Throg.
Definitely Fantastic 437 I can talk about. I love the name of the issue. There are monsters on Yancey Street. Anytime they make a reference to Yancey Street, I am a sucker. I am there.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah. Good old Profiteer's back. She wants some money. And, yeah.
It's definitely a cool down issue, but we needed some of that so that the emotional payoff that was previously established can settle and wash over us. So I didn't mind that so much.
Cool down, not for Johnny Storm.
Well, here's what I'm going to say about this. I like the kids. I always love the kids, but I also love the fact that they are dealing with these 2 really traumatized children. It's like, yes, we fought in death pits most of our lives. Ha ha, let's get candy.
What are they, robins?
Sugar cures.
Yeah.
Sugar cures all.
They would eat robins for breakfast. I'm sorry. These are... Yeah. And you have, the shape changing in the costumes. And although the one greatest thing about this entire episode...
Ben Grimm.
No.
You said thing?
Second. That's the second thing.
Oh, hail.
Reed Richards, Disco Reed Richards. Super Disco Reed Richards is just awesome. And I just want an entire issue with Super Disco Reed Richards.
Didn't him and Sue both dress up like 70s? Couple's costume. Come on.
I guess she's got a hairband. I don't know. Is that really?
She's pulling her inner Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really. See, he's all disco. She's more that girl. That's my thing. It's like, yeah, she's a little more mod.
Are they Sonny and Cher?
Yeah, maybe a little more, a little more 60s Batman than 70s, Dr. Funkenstein. Because, to me, that's who he is. He is Dr. Funkenstein, about to make Funkenstein's monster. So, that is beautiful.
This was pure Dan Slott, though, for sure.
It was a lot of fun. We also get, Spidey and
I was going to say, Peter shows up in his Ben Reilly costume.
Oh, is that Peter or is that Ben? I'm supposed to take that to be Ben?
I think no, that looks like Peter's costume. That doesn't look like the new Ben costume.
Yeah, no, I think this predates the recent events. Yeah, I assumed it was. I assumed it was actually Pete.
I think it's
not
Pete,
Ben.
He was looking for Johnny so they can go, hang out and do what boys do.
Exactly,
Whoa.
And that's the thing is I don't think that Ben and Johnny have that relationship. I was a little annoyed about Ben and Alicia being like, you took all this candy. It's like, if you come back to return candy, is anyone going to be like, I really care that you're giving me back this candy?
I turn out my lights and leave 3 bowls. That's all I'm saying.
And takes 3 bowls. I just think it. Again, it's like after school special. They're teaching them like honesty and stuff.
Yes, that was very 60s of them.
Yeah.
Well, let's be clear here. Who actually needed an after school special in this one?
Alicia.
Alicia. Because she is going to use that radioactive clay again the 3rd time.
Oh, boy.
Once you get that taste of radioactive clay, man, I just need to fix one little thing. It's like, what was that? Evan Almighty. Just a little tweak. Just one little tweak.
I think you're the first person on Earth to ever reference that movie.
Yeah.
Even he doesn't acknowledge that movie.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, you know what's weird with this? I can't tell.
No.
Are his hands still broken?
Oh, yeah.
Are his hands still broken from the Hulk? Or is that just supposed to be him manipulating the marionette? Because we actually do get...
Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be him
Puppet
just
Master
doing the puppet thing, or I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how that looks there. And also, who gave Puppet Master more radioactive clay?
It's an army surplus at this point that's selling it.
Yeah, well, doesn't he know where to dig up more or something?
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what's interesting about this? Now that I'm looking at that, that's a Puppet Master puppet. Did you see he's got the little mannequin mouth. So I don't know, man. Is that the Puppet Master, or is this just Alicia's own psychology? Maybe she's dissociating it. I don't know. But they have their talk about don't kill people, son. We're the Fantastic Four. We don't kill people. And except when we have to. And then wacky bit at the end. Oh, the Human Touch accidentally melted the Statue of Liberty. Wah, wah. Somebody call damage control. Which is also just that really horrific aspect of it, that you really do realize that something is majorly wrong with Johnny. Because eventually that fire is going to start burning him too.
Yeah. Whoa.
Something bad's going to happen. That's all I'm saying, guys.
All right, Lilith.
One more book, and I'm going to talk about the Wonder Woman Day special, #1, obviously. Greg Rucka wrote it. Liam Sharp did the art on it. It's basically Wonder Woman's lasso of truth has stopped working. Why has it stopped working? Let's go down her dark, dark past. I'm like, well, Wonder Woman kills her opponents. It's why she only has Cheetah as an enemy, but let's go there, I guess. Greg Rucka back up to Greg Rucka things. But the art was great, and if you know Greg Rucka and his Wonder Woman storytelling, you'll be very familiar. And if you like that kind of thing, you'll be very happy. If you're annoyed with it, then you'll be annoyed with it. I thought it was a nice little thing. It's definitely a kickoff to an arc. I hope he has learned how to resolve issues instead of just forgetting about them and moving on to the next storyline. That's all that I'm saying.
All right, I guess I will end then with...
So they're doing a story where Wonder Woman's lasso of truth isn't working.
Yeah.
At the same time that after Thor's hammer stopped working.
Hey,
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the same. It's going to be the same resolution.
Oh, yeah. Eventually.
It's all psychosomatic.
all right, I guess I will end with X-Men Trial of Magneto number 3.
There's my boy.
Just like with the death of Doctor Strange, which we'll get to on Super Connectivity. Yes, Scarlet Witch died. Now there's a young Scarlet Witch came back, and everyone's like, "How did this happen?" And she doesn't know her kids and giant
Scroll.
Well, I don't know if it's magic or timey-wimey because as like big kaiju things are attacking Krakoa.
Robot, Doombot.
At the end, she gets pulled back into that weird dimension she was at when she was supposedly dead.
And then it's like you're a robot now, haha.
Well, no, she comes face to face with someone in a white hood and cape. At first, I thought it was Moon Knight, but no. It's old lady Wanda.
Oh, old lady Wanda.
Oh, did she come in a police box?
Oh, no.
Okay.
To be fair, that whole Wastelanders thing, they're milking that. I hope Millar's getting his nickels off of that.
Probably not.
Although I did enjoy, because last issue, Magneto was trying to threaten the X-Men to leave Krakoa. He's like, "Get out of here, I'll kill," and he grabs North Star's husband and says, "I'll kill him if you don't leave."
And everybody's like, "So?
Oh,
who's that guy anyway?"
Well, now that
how'd you get here?
Well, now that things have settled down, North Star comes up and just beats the crap out of Magneto and says, "You know what? Try that again."
I'm not made of metal, man.
Exactly. I'll kill you.
Also, I can fly at the speed of light. I could actually destroy this entire planet if I chose to.
I have
by just flying at 99.9% the speed of light within its atmosphere.
I have super speed and all one piece of metal. Try me, old man.
Poor Magneto. Nobody's afraid of him anymore. He's the Rodney Dangerfield of X-Men.
He's been alive since the Holocaust. Who should be afraid of this man?
Oh, they really need another genocide to associate that guy with. I'm just going to be honest.
I know.
Well, if they're actually going to go ahead and make Magneto black like they're saying in the Marvel Universe, Rwandan.
There's lots of genocides.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
There you go.
Just saying. I mean, it would, if they're going to do that and actually have that tie into it, that would make sense.
Works for me.
Yes.
So on that note.
On that happy note of genocide.
It's capes. Everybody knows we don't end on happy. We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. All right, kids. So yes, so you can send us your thoughts on the Batman, all the comics, all the DC FanDome news. But stay tuned next week for our big Halloween special.
Yeah!
Costumes, candy, and comics, spooky comics. And in honor of Halloween, we'll drop it at the episode a day early, right on Halloween.
Yay! Don't let it flop since it's a Sunday.
We'll drop a steaming pow on Sunday. Yes. All right. So send your thoughts and what are your favorite scary comics. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Find links to all the various social medias for all the shows. Find the link to this YouTube channel. If you ever wondered what the face looks like attached to that pretty voice of Charlie Esser, yes, please subscribe to the YouTube channel.
You won't be disappointed.
Want to see more? Subscribe to the Patreon.
Oh!
I'm naughty there.
All right. But most importantly, yes, speaking of the Patreon, most important, if you can subscribe to one thing, subscribe to the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Please, we got interviews going up there. We're going to have superhero movie brackets next year. Got all kinds of stuff. All the naughtiness goes up there, kids. So,
topless movie reviews.
So please subscribe. Anything helps, even as low as $1. Or if you just want to make a quick one-time payment, yes, go pick up some merch, cups, shirts, phone cases, and more is coming soon. So find links to all of that all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you?
If you guys want to hang out with me over on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course, on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69. Duh.
I'm 12 when you need me to be 12.
Doing.
The hard was implied.
Charlie Esser.
Well, you can always write to me in that old-fashioned email way the way our mothers and fathers once did. At superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. And, of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet things like Stargirl, at least for one tweet an episode, at Charlie Esser. That's CHARLIE. Yes, SCR. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Mouse, and thank you.
Hooray!
Huzzah, huzzah.
And thank you once again for joining us, everyone. Again, come back in 1 week for the Halloween special. Get some candy, sit back and listen to some spooky tales. Some tales to astonish.
You kids like candy, don't you?
Tales of suspense. But for another week, I should tag it with one of those. But for another week, we have been your Capes.
En passant.
You're muted, Lunatic.
Lunatics!
Just give me a drop. I'll hit the button.
Bravo, bravo.
Gobble, gobble.
I said bravo, bravo.
Oh, they said gobble, gobble.
I was gonna say, who do you think you are, Ray?
That's for Thanksgiving.
Gobble, gobble.
Remember, don't let the turkeys get you down, because Thanksgiving's coming.
We are vengeance.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.